All right, what's happening, fam? L.A.R moving, still moving. Um, Change your family, change your world. Because there's so much drama going on with parenting and co-parenting, um, I decided to say, change your family, change your world. Look, I was watching Fix My Life, and I don't think it's a when you raise a child to grow up to be an adult, you don't um, raise a child to shelter them from life, and then when they're adult, say you're grown, you're on your own deuce, you're gonna figure it out. You're a smart kid. That's not how you do that. And so I saw these parents apologizing to adult kids for how they let them down, knowing that what they were doing was wrong the whole time. See, you got a kid for 18 years, and you know that you're doing something wrong for 15 years, 10 years. You don't care about the kid. So this kid grows up with issues, and now these issues are compounded by the fact that you think an apology after 10, 15, 20 years. Oh, I said I'm sorry. Forgive me. It's all over. We good. No, you're not. Because it took you an exorbitant amount of time to build up this dysfunction that this adult has been marinating in as a kid. But your apology is that you're sorry, you're going to walk away. See, just like women get pregnant by a guy they say is no good, and the guy walks off and leaves, and you feel like you stuck holding a bag. This is what is happening to our kids. They come to this world, two parents are at odds, and then they project all of their hatred from one parent to another parent onto the kid, and then leave the kid alone even when they're around, because they're really just alone around a bunch of people to figure it out for themselves and hold that bag. Now, I hear fathers who used to say this all the time, I don't want my daughter dating a guy like me. Well, if you knew what kind of guy you was when your daughter was a little girl, preteen, teenager, young lady, and then a grown woman, she loves her daddy. And if her daddy was an asshole, then she's going to go through a phase where she just likes assholes because they remind her of her dad. So if you don't want your baby to date a guy like you, stop being an asshole in front of her. Be an asshole hidden somewhere that she doesn't know about. Same thing applies to women. I think they do it differently. I was raised by a single mother. I think they do it differently. I think women gravitate to the wrong guys and teach their sons to be the wrong guy. Like they'll teach their sons to be, this is the kind of man I would like to be with. Your mama's having a tough time dating these men who ain't about shit, who ain't shit. And you can see her getting her heart broke all the time, but then you go out and you date young girls and you realize that these young girls like assholes. So eventually, being the worst kind of man is effective at getting women more than being the nice guy is effective at getting women. So you're seeing 10 guys walk around, 7 of them are assholes, jerks, players, drug dealers, whatever. They're never alone. Women chase them, women approach them, women have kids with them, women go back and forth saying they hate them and they love them, they got drama, and they'll drive around getting fights at clubs, and they'll take them to court and then kick them out in the street and then take them back. Do all kinds of stupid shit. but they constantly in flux with these guys. And some of these guys said, I guess that's what works. So that's what I need to be. So these men turn into these kind of guys because it's effective. Not because it's a norm or that's how a man is supposed to be a man. No, it works. Men become flashy because flashy attracts women. It works. Men who have multiple kids by multiple different women can keep having sex because the women they meet, it works. You see guys who don't have any kids who have more trouble getting just a companion than a guy who has 5 kids by 5 different women. Obviously, he might be going through a whole lot of drama, but he's never alone. The guy who might be peaceful and not have all that drama may be alone. So if you change the way we approach these things by being honest with our children up front, we change our families and we change the world, because then your kids are like, look, this is what's going on, this is what's going on. Kids gonna be kids because they're kids. You were a kid, you saw some adult shit when you was a kid. Your kids are kids, they gonna see some adult shit when they're kids. That's just what it is. Don't throw them out to the world naive. Let them know everything that's going on around, and then they can still go play. But if we don't change the way we parent, the cycle that we're stuck in is the same cycle where, for one, kids grow up to be adults and then have to raise themselves as adults and fix all of their childhood problems alone. For two, there is no passing down of information because a lot of people having kids are still fixing their kid in them while they have kids, which causes a dysfunctional situation all over again. 3, there is no passing down of anything because everybody's starting over and over and over again. Oh, granddad died. We're going to sell the house. We're going to keep the house. We're going to rent it out. Somebody going to keep it and have it free and have it popping. No, we're going to sell this house. We're going to get this money. We're going to ball. We're going to ball. You still got a mortgage. Dumbass. You traded in land and money for a good time. Dumbass. So now that you finished balling out, y'all died with nothing. Now your kids got to foot your bill when you had the money to help your kids and their kids, but you wanted to ball. Shop, vacation, party. You could have did both. You could have put money aside, started up college funds, bonds, bought a few stocks, put a few things in kids' names, took the land and put it in a grandchild's name and rented it out. And we don't generationally lighten the load on the next generation. We actually just pound it all on them. So until we change our families, we're not going to change our world. Peace.